What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Woohoo!
Familiar voice is back. It started to sound... I almost changed the intro like on Friday because I was like, now it just sounds weird that I keep doing it.
It was... Listening to you and Kelly was as if I was a ghost listening to If I Died.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I did like it. I was like, wow, this is what it's like to enjoy Chicks in the Office, the podcast, because I do not listen.
Got to be on the other side.
Yeah, I don't listen when it's me and you because, contrary to popular belief, I don't like listening to myself talk. Yeah. So I did listen to you and Kelly, and I did enjoy it very much.
Well, thanks.
And I said, wow, this is a good show.
Yeah.
And then I thought, maybe I should quit because I enjoyed it, the two of you. But I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
I asked you when you came in if you were 100%. You said no.
No, I wouldn't say I'm 100%. I wouldn't.
Would you ever say you were 100% though? Like, even if you weren't coming off a week of being sick?
Yeah, some days I wake up like I'm 100.
Okay.
Like I am.
I was going to say, because maybe
great.
Sometimes you just never feel like you're 100%.
Yeah, no. Some days I wake up like, oh my God, nobody's more on top of the world than I am right now.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like that in this very moment. Because
so maybe you are 100%.
This mic feels powerful.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you going to cry about missing the show for a week?
I am. I need to stop. I need to get it together. I have tears coming from my eyes.
You
because
do. Well, you're happy. We're happy to have you back.
Very happy to be back. I missed speaking.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job, though. Once again, thank you. I wasn't
welcome.
kidding about that. I think you guys did a great job. So
thanks.
Thank you for doing that. I don't know why I'm crying. Actually, Marty was you're going to talk for like 3 hours.
Kelly and I were joking. We were like, she's going to come back and just have so much to say. Like, I'm surprised you don't have a full page of notes. Oh, you do on your phone?
I did write notes.
I was going to say, there has to have been things this week that you were like, God, I need to talk about this.
It was mostly about me being sick and what happened this past week, because I feel like whenever I've missed shows in the past, it was like, oh, endometriosis, whatever. The sickness that was cast upon me by the Lord himself past week was unlike anything I've ever felt in my life. Truly never felt this in my life. I'll give a rundown. I'll try to not make it as long as you guys think it's going to be. Okay? I'll take you through it.
Okay.
Because I have no idea what happened to me last week. But I was a goner. I seriously thought, I sound dramatic and we can laugh about it. I was like, this is going to be one of those times, and I know that this is really sad, but okay, I'll just get into it. So last Friday, I was feeling really weird, and I watched the Bling Ring documentary, which, by the way, I hate that guy Nick. I hate him. And I was watching the Bling Ring documentary, and I was home, and I was feeling like weird, but I wasn't feeling very sick. I was just feeling weird. And then
this is 2 Fridays ago, right?
This was not this last Friday, the Friday before that. And so I was feeling really strange, and Marty was at work, and I didn't go into work, and he came home, and he was like, "What? Let's like go for a walk and everything."
What day
like
was this?
When we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Friday,
on
September
YouTube.
30th.
Yes, the day that we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
A milestone day.
Things went downhill.
Things went awry. And he came home and he was like, let's go for a walk. Like, you've been inside all day. And I was like, because I feel weird. Like, something's up. So we went outside. We went around 1 block, and I was like, we got to go back inside. Like, I don't feel well. And he was like, no, I think we should keep going. I was like, no, I really don't feel well. Went back inside. Once again, I'm feeling cooped up again inside. I'm like, I don't feel right. He's like, all right, let's go drive. Maybe we'll go for a drive. Go get pizza somewhere, whatever. We go get pizza. I'm like, I think I'm sick. I think I am sick. Whatever I'm feeling is strange. I don't know what's going on.
Good.
I think I'm sick.
Okay.
Saturday, he goes to Michigan for some work event. And so I'm like, I'm going to go to Long Island.
Okay.
But I'm feeling, once again, really sick. And I'm texting my sister, like, I'm feeling really not good. And she was like, come home anyway. It's just allergies. And I'm like, okay. And I know if I don't go home, I'm going to like hear it. So I'm like, all right, I'll come. I go to Long Island, and I'm just like, I'm really not feeling right. And my sister's like, it's just allergies. Okay. Wake up on Sunday, and now it has fully hit me.
Yeah.
Like, there's something wrong with me. My neck is killing me. Like, I I was like, oh man, like I guess because I haven't been sleeping, like something I slept wrong, like my neck is killing me, like whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, I woke up, I would say I woke up like Wednesday-ish of last week, and my neck like kind of hurt, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But then in my head I was like, I probably just slept weird.
No, but now I'm on the lookout, like I'm scared. So I woke up, my neck is killing me. I'm like, oh my God. Then I also have a gnarly, and I don't use that word, but gnarly canker sore on my tongue, okay? That it is impairing my speech. If any of you listening have had, you know, me and you both deal with these canker sores that come a couple times a year. No, it's genetics.
It's also a bad
It's diet. Both, and stress and everything that comes with life.
Yeah.
And if you're listening,
because nobody else in my family gets them.
Really?
So, yeah.
My family gets them. So if you're listening, you've had a canker sore in your tongue or your mouth, you know it impairs your speech. So on top of my neck, like I can't feel my neck, and also I can't speak. So I'm trying to tell people what's wrong with me in my household, which is my sister, my brother, and my sister's husband, and whatever. I'm like, yo, there is seriously something wrong with me. They're like, you sound awful. Like, just go lay down. We can't listen to you speak. Like, they're not being really nice.
No, it's just get out of here. And you're annoying at this point.
And my parents are in Florida, and I'm calling them, and like my dad's like, God, I can't even listen to you talk. And I'm like, this is awful. Nobody's listening to me.
Just cone of silence.
Yeah. So I'm really struggling, and I'm like, I lay down, I sleep all day, and then I go back downstairs. I'm like, Nicole, my neck, there's something wrong with my neck. She's like, maybe you have meningitis. I'm like, don't even say that. Meningitis was such a big fear of mine growing up.
Yeah.
Because you hear like you can't lift your head off the pillow, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm still struggling. Didn't eat all day. Had a little bit of chicken noodle soup later that night, and because I couldn't eat because of my tongue, and I also had no appetite. Then Marty flew home from Michigan, and he came to my house on Long Island because he was like, you need help.
Yeah.
Nobody's helping you. You need help. I'm going to help you. Comes.
Good boy.
Yes. He did a phenomenal job last week. He comes to Long Island, wake up Monday, and I am not well. And my brother's like, you got to get to urgent care. Because honestly, in the middle of the night that night, Oreo, in which I never talk about, our other dog, Oreo, was barking so much, and I lost my mind. Like, I poor Oreo, I yelled at him. And my brother and my sister were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I like screamed and cried, being like, I feel so fucking sick right now. You guys don't know, like whatever. Yeah. So the next morning, my brother was like,
go to the doctor.
You have to go to the doctor because that outburst was not okay.
Yeah.
So this is where things get really funny. So I go to urgent care, and the doctor called. I go in, and I had a temperature that morning when I checked. It was 100, which isn't like a super high temperature, but that's
still
a fever.
Technically low-grade fever.
Low-grade fever. I had chills. Once again, the worst neck pain I've ever felt in my life. Like, I've had neck and back pain before, but I chalk it up to being a cheerleader and being dropped on my neck all the time. I've never felt this before. Like, truly, I was like, this is not normal neck pain. So I go to urgent care. They take my temperature, and the assistant, she goes, oh, 96.3. Everybody's 96 today. There's something up with this thing. And then they just let it go. Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, at home it was 100, so this is not making sense to me already, but whatever. Doctor comes in.
96.3.
Yeah, like,
it's also low.
Like, that doesn't seem like my temperature to me.
No.
Right? So I was like, all right.
I feel like you'd run warm.
Yeah. I was confused by that. And she said there was something up with the thing. So I was like, oh, we're off to a bad start.
Yep.
So doctor comes in. He's like, what's wrong? I'm telling him, I'm like, I have fever, chills, and this neck pain is unbearable. I'm like really focusing on the neck pain. And he's like, oh, it's your lucky day. He's like, lay down. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm actually an osteopath. I'm not even going to get into that because I got some heat on my Instagram story. Because I told the story on my Instagram story, and people were like, offended. The osteopath community was offended with me. So just look up what an osteopath is, because I'm not going to explain what it is. Okay. They're a doctor though. And so he could fix my back, he says. Feels my back, both sides. He's like, oh my God, both sides of your back are thrown out, and your neck. Like, oh my God, this is why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Paps them all in, adjusts me. I literally had like a cry of relief at one point, because it did feel better for a second. Yeah. I was like, wow, maybe that's what was wrong. Maybe my back was so thrown out that I was feeling sick all around. So I'm like, okay. I even texted you guys. I was like, guys.
Yeah, you thought you had an answer.
I was like, my back was thrown out.
Yeah.
And this guy, he fixed it. I go back to Jersey because I'm like, all right, I don't want to be at my house on Long Island anymore. Let's go back to Jersey. And I start feeling sick almost immediately when we get back. I'm like, once again, heavy pain, like just feeling really sick. And I'm just laughing at this point that this doctor just cracked my back and sent me on my way. Like, he didn't do a COVID test. He didn't do a flu test. He did no tests. He just cracked my back and sent me on my way. After telling him I had fever, chills, I feel sick, I have canker sores, cracked my back, sent me on my way. And so I was like, I started laughing.
Didn't give you a COVID test?
Didn't give me a COVID test.
Jesus
Isn't that
Christ,
crazy?
that is
I
pretty
took
wild.
my own
That is pretty
COVID.
wild.
I took 2 COVID tests at home, which were both negative. So he didn't give me one, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, you go in, someone's saying how sick they feel. I feel like
I think that's just like something to cross off the list.
I think it's just automatic nowadays. That they're just doing it. You go in,
do it to make
your
sure.
foot hurts. They're giving you a COVID test.
Yeah,
that didn't happen. So once again, I'm feeling like awfully, awfully sick all night. Whatever. The middle of the night. That night, I woke up with the worst. Like, it was awful every day, but I woke up in the middle of the night on Monday. I couldn't feel my head. Like, it felt like my head was gonna pop open, and I had a fever, and I was like hallucinating. Has that ever happened to you? I didn't tell you guys this, but I wasn't like aware of like, I thought I was.
Well, actually, that's not true. I have had that happen to me before, but yes,
I thought I was interviewing somebody. Like, it was really weird. Like, I was like back at work. Like, it was so bizarre. But I was awake. It was really weird. My head was doing really weird things. I had fever, worst headache ever. My neck, I couldn't feel it. I laid on the ground because I was trying to like figure out whatever. Next day, I woke up feeling the same, and then I was like, all right, we gotta go to the hospital. Like, I can't, like, there's something seriously wrong. We go to the hospital. I wait 3 hours in the emergency room. Don't get called, which I'm not complaining. I know the emergency rooms are full right now. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, they didn't pay attention to me. Like, I know. Yeah. And I was like hysterical crying in the emergency room. I'm like, I'd rather die in pain in my bed than die in this emergency room because I'm in so much pain right now. Then I call my aunt and she's like, here, take this combination of medicine, blah, blah, which actually ended up helping me a little bit. So then after that, I was like, all right, if my fever, because it went down when I got home and took this medicine, I was like, if it comes back like bad, I'll go back to the hospital tomorrow. But like, I cannot wait at this hospital there was a girl, it was around 7:30 p.m. when I decided to leave, when I heard a girl in the emergency room say, I've been here since 2 p.m. And I was like, no way am I sitting here any longer. So then I went home, and then
I should have sent you to one of the other
I know.
hospitals.
That was my fault. I should have texted you and been like,
because you're in Jersey. I know. Yeah.
I was like, I just went to a random hospital in Hoboken, and that was not the move. But yeah, then I ended up I just laid in bed for days after that, and then I ended up starting to feel better. And then I got so many messages from people, including people in my own life, that they had the same exact thing happen to them within the last 2 weeks, where they were feeling so like they were in excruciating neck pain, which is the weirdest symptom of all. Excruciating neck pain along with a fever and chills. And they couldn't figure out what it was. People went to the hospital, and they just told them it was like a viral infection that had to run its course. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take their word for it. And if I start feeling better, just stay at home. And then I did start feeling better. And I was like, all right, clearly it just needed to run its course. I was sick. Yeah. I wasn't accepting the fact that I was sick at first. I thought that my back was thrown out because this doctor cracked my back and sent me on my way. So I was like, oh my God, is my back just thrown out? Am I being dramatic? But no, I was really sick. And now I feel so much better.
It was a roller coaster. I was like, the worst thing you can do too is sometimes when you're just like Googling all this stuff, and I'm just like, all week I'm Googling like, what could be wrong with her, trying to like diagnose you myself, which is just never a
the
good
amount
idea.
of times I heard that I had meningitis, like,
no, I mean,
but the thing is, you would know, because my dad had meningitis and he was like, no, you would know. But there's also two different types, where bacterial meningitis is like the really bad one, and then viral meningitis sometimes could be like the symptoms I was having. So I was like, oh my God, the test for meningitis sounds awful. It's a spinal tap. I was like, I will lose my mind if I had to get a spinal tap. Like, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I was losing it. So
see me? I'm like grabbing my grabbing my neck, being like,
it was. I knew that.
Do you ever feel your neck now that people talk about tech neck?
Yeah, I have.
You get like the like top of your neck. The top of your back.
Remember I showed you my X-ray?
Yeah.
My neck is going the opposite direction because I got tech neck.
Fuck, I think I have that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
No, you should get it adjusted. But it was awful, and now I'm feeling so much better. Like, this goes back to the beginning.
Really crazy, like
so weird. And
crazy, like specific thing.
Very specific. And this is awful, and I know that this has happened to people, and I'm really sorry. Like, I was like, am I going to be one of those people where I get a weird sickness and I die? Like, I genuinely was like, and I know that sounds dramatic, but I couldn't think at one point. I was like, oh my God, there's something seriously wrong with me. And then it started feeling better.
It went almost a full week.
Yeah.
Which is like a long time to not get any relief.
I would say,
I think, because I feel like sometimes when you have a fever, like a viral infection, like 4 or 5 days, you're coming out of it. You're like, you can slowly feel yourself, like your immune system kicking in. But I feel like it went on for so long for you.
It did. I would say I started feeling better Thursday and Friday. I definitely started to feel more alive. And then I didn't do anything all weekend, obviously, because I was like, I just needed to fully rest. But
besides getting those talons fixed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. People are so crazy. They really are, but I love it. This girl was like, you need to cut your nails. And then, of course, my sister responded. My sister, knowing, first of all, how sick I was, responding like, you should have got them done 2 weeks ago. I'm like, all right,
that's
bitch.
That's such a sister thing to say.
I got them done, though. They're fixed. And I also saw Don't Worry, Darling, which we will get into later.
We saw too.
But I watched
saw as well.
Hacks this past weekend.
Now, had you watched Hacks before, or was this the first time you watched it?
No, this was my first time I was watching it.
Okay, I can't remember if we had talked about it before, but maybe we just talked about it during like award season, being like, the show wins awards, and everyone says it's good.
And we talked about how neither of us watched it. Yeah. Can confirm it's very good. I think that the older woman is hilarious, and I think that the younger girl is so annoying. But I think that's the point of the show. They're both great actresses.
Yeah.
But it's a great show. And I'm happy to be back.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you back.
Thank you. I thought I was gone. My mom texted me and she was like, do we need to come home? And I was like, unless you think that there's a chance that I'm done.
Yeah.
No.
It's okay.
Stay in Florida.
Yeah.
I called them hysterical crying one day. My dad was like, stop crying. And I was like, no. Like, I really, it's just because when you, like, nobody
you just hit a wall.
You hit a wall, or like you feel like nobody believes you.
Yeah.
Like I was feeling like nobody was believing me how bad it really was.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't wish this pain on anybody, but I wish I can inflict the pain for just 5 minutes.
Well, I think a lot of people have a hard time. I feel like people have a hard time relating because they just want to put a name on it. You know? So when it's like unidentified, they're like, shake it off,
Yeah.
But if you said, Dad, I have blank, like a doctor said, you have this, like, and now you have to take this medication.
Right. Then they'd be like,
oh my honey, God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe you got said.
There was
said illness.
Right. There was no name. And which I think if I went back to the hospital the next day, I would have gotten like.
Totally. They would have told you something.
But because so many people were messaging me with the same thing, I was like, I'm self-diagnosing myself with whatever viral infection this is.
Yeah.
People were messaging me crazy stuff, though. Like, one girl messaged me being like, oh, my friend started feeling like this, and then, like, she died. And I was like, what? Like,
thank you so much.
And then she was like, we can't just have one chick in the office. And I was like, not after this conversation. This is dark. Like, me and you are going back and forth, and I could be gone. Like, let's not talk about, like whatever. But
no,
people really love to a guy messaged me yesterday and he goes, you definitely have listeria.
Oh.
He goes, you definitely have listeria. It's going around in our area.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a bacterial, like when you get from like food, like
bad
cheese or something.
Yes. Okay.
And I was like, how does this guy even know I ate cheese? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you telling me I have listeria? Relax, buddy.
Oh,
but that's what you get when you say you're sick.
Well, when you make the internet your doctor, and
exactly. That was exactly what I did. So I'm happy to be back.
You are alive.
Yep.
I'm happy to
I
see
felt
you.
like I was a trapped bird last week with a muzzle on me.
Just your wings were clipped.
Yeah, I almost sent in voice notes to be put into the podcast. But on top of that,
I read your statement.
You did. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
On top of that, I couldn't speak.
Yeah,
like
well,
I had the canker sore too, where like anytime I tried explaining to people, like what like I said, my parents were like,
I know.
Stop calling.
Well, that was the other thing. Like on last Monday morning when I did just the intro like by myself, and then we had other stuff planned. And first of all, Noah was like, "What are the topics?" I'm like, "You think I'm going to talk to myself? Like, what?"
I was like, fully expecting
topics?
you two to do the topics together.
I
wasn't even expecting to do that. I just thought, like, yeah, you'll just say whatever you feel and move on.
How frustrating would it be for the listener to hear Noah and I do topics? I feel like we wouldn't agree on a single thing.
95% you talking and then me just disagreeing with whatever
yeah,
you say.
exactly.
But
which
that
would have frustrated me. But at that time, it was like, even you were feeling so bad, but you were like, I cannot even get on Zoom because I cannot speak.
Yeah, and then that was another, like, when I was trying to explain, you know, when you show up to the hospital and you're like trying to explain what's wrong, I couldn't even explain what was wrong, or even at urgent care, like the doctor cracked my back and sent me on my way. Like we're not registering enough that this doctor, this quack, literally cracked my back and sent me on my way. No tests. If he would have given me one test, I wouldn't be calling him a quack. But he didn't give me a single test for anything. And that's not, because I also think
that's not a good thing.
Canker sores are like a sign of like sometimes it could be like a weakened immune system or like whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you get sick, you get canker sores. So that's why I was like, I have canker sores. Oh, that'll go away soon. And I was like, no, I'm telling you this because I'm fucking sick.
I'm sick. Help.
Whatever.
No help.
But I feel a world of difference.
Good.
And I think I have a new lease on life.
Good.
And when I was really sick, I said that I was going to wake up every day and say, thank you, God, for giving me this life. I didn't do that today, but I'll do it right now.
That's a nice sentiment.
Yeah, no, I was like, please, if I just get better, like you just get me better, I promise I'll be good, and I will thank you every day.
What's the book that everyone reads like when they're like 12 and 13? Like is it the Judy Blume book? Like, hey, dear God, or hey God, it's me.
I don't know.
What is it? Shoot.
I don't know, but I was talking about the.
Oh, dear God, it's me. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. That's the book. I'm like, that's Maria. Are you there, God? It's me, Maria. Help! Help me.
I had a lot of talks with God last week.
Yeah,
and he said, "Where you been? you come knocking when you don't feel well."
Yeah.
So I'm here.
Yep.
Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day and this coffee and my health. Thank you very much. I texted you yesterday and I said, have you ever heard of the English Roses?
Yeah, the books.
And I am shocked. And I think this is why I want to go to London so bad. I think I cracked the code. I was getting my nails done, my talons fixed. And I was like, I was looking out and it was beautiful and rainy. And I said, this is what London is probably like. And then I said, I'm thinking about, why do I want to go to London so bad? And then it dawned upon me.
Yes.
That I think we had a conversation. I don't know if it was recently, but we definitely had a conversation where I was like, I can't remember these books I used to read when I was younger about these young girls. And it was in passing, but I didn't remember. And then I was like, wait a second. I used to read these books about these young girls in London, like that went to school in London.
Yeah.
What were those? And I just searched young girls in London, and then the English Roses came up, and they were written by Madonna.
Yeah.
And it all came back to me. And I posted on my story, and so many people were like, wow, you just unlocked a core memory that I did not know I had until now. I
had never seen these before. But I think I aged out of these like when they came out.
No.
It says they were originally published in 2003.
2003. How old were you in 2009?
Books live on.
It's not a picture book.
No,
it says it's a picture book, but it's not. There's words.
Is it chapters or is it just like is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Not to toot my own horn, I was a very advanced reader.
Oh God. But how old were you in 2003?
9. I was a very advanced reader.
You would have.
I was reading Harry Potter in 2nd grade.
Okay,
so.
but this would have been a perfect. I was also an advanced reader. This would have been a perfect book for you.
I've never seen them before, which is why I'm like confused.
I almost ordered them yesterday.
I'd never seen them
I was
before.
like, I want to read these now.
Was it a series?
Well, it started off as one book, but then it branched out to multiple books.
Gotcha.
It was about a group of girls in London.
Yes.
And they were very judgmental of this one girl, Bina.
Yeah.
And she, seemed perfect, and so they hated her.
Ooh.
And then they realized that Bina had a lot more going on in her life. And then Bina joined the group. And
That's
then
nice.
from there, they had multiple books after that.
So it's kind of like the Click books,
But for London, yes.
for London.
Yes. And that's what I was...
But by Madonna?
Yes. And so chic. And so I was trying to figure out what these books were a while ago. And then it just dawned on me yesterday that that's why I want to go to London. Because I grew up reading The English Roses.
Well, one day you'll get there.
One day. And
one day
then maybe,
you'll get there.
Maybe I will write my own version of The English Roses without Madonna.
You could write a good children's book, I bet.
That is such a nice compliment.
Yeah.
That is I'm taking that in. That's a good compliment.
Yeah.
That means I have a great imagination.
You do.
Thank you. All right, should we get into the topics?
Yes,
How are you guys doing though? Enough about me.
Oh, I'm swell.
The Eagles won yesterday.
The Eagles are 4-0. I'm on a high. And a nice surprise. I got to see some cousins, my aunt and uncle, and we're just like, it was like a last minute, like, oh, everybody's in the city, like, come over, watch the game. We all watched the game. Mima was there. It was lovely. It was nice. Had a little gathering.
Some apps,
sandwiches. Yeah. And then we did. What did I do? And then it was my first weekend in the city in like 3 weeks because I've had all these weddings. So it was like Friday night. I just was looking around and was like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, what do people even do anymore?
We were supposed to do something. Remember, like the weekend before, we were like, oh, let's do something.
Yes.
Or not even the weekend before. I know. I got
very ill.
I fell ill.
Yes, because my parents were here.
Yeah, I wanted to see them.
Yeah.
I said, did you tell them I said hi?
Yeah, I
texted
did.
you
I
that.
did.
Okay,
I did.
Cool. I didn't hear back.
They made their. Well, I wasn't with them when
it was in passing. Got it. Yeah.
When you sent me that text, I was not with them, so it was like, I'll do it when I see them. And now they've made their trek to Florida has begun as well. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I'm going to Florida on Thursday actually.
Well, they'll be down there.
Yeah. I'm going to Disney on Friday.
What?
Yeah. How many times?
I mean, do you? It's all right.
Well,
I'm
whatever.
not even gonna get
Why
it.
even waste?
I don't
waste
have
our
that.
breath?
I don't even have this.
I told
When
you
did you tell me?
twice, and I even texted you guys on Saturday.
She texted us over the weekend, being like, "Just a reminder, guys, going to Disney for recording. I'm gonna be I'm coming right from the airport on Monday."
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I texted.
Yeah, no,
I don't think I responded.
And then
to that.
Fran said,
You
"Yep."
didn't
And Fran
respond.
literally wrote, "Yep, you told us."
Yep, because she did.
Yeah.
When? When did you tell us?
She had
before
told
that?
us weeks ahead of time.
Yeah. It's been weeks. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, fuck, I got to remind them.
It was a week reminder. She told us a couple weeks ago, and it was a reminder. We had the conversation actually right here in this room. You were here.
Yeah, you were sitting right there.
I
What time were you
said,
leaving?
"Oh, we could record on Zoom if
Thursday?
you wanted to."
Oh, no, we're all good.
It's-
Everything's taken care of. It's
Yeah.
not interfering
Don't
with
worry.
work.
It's all been figured
It's
out.
not interfering with work. I just wanted to
okay.
remind you guys that I was going.
Yes.
I was just actually trying to rub it in your faces that I was going.
Well, that was
I
a
am
very
jealous.
Yeah.
what
He-
that came
what?
out of his mouth.
I'm not going to Disney for the whole weekend. I'm just going on Friday.
What
I'm
park
going to
are you gonna
Epcot.
go to?
Me, Marty, and his parents are going.
Drinking around the world?
Yeah, we're drinking around the world.
So no
so
rides.
jealous.
We
I'm
are
so
getting
jealous.
We are getting a Hopper pass to go to Hollywood Studios.
Shit.
Because I think we haven't picked which one that we want to go to. Because we definitely want to do Epcot because we want to drink around the world. That was like our main goal.
Yeah.
But I want to ride some rides.
Magic Kingdom.
So I know Magic Kingdom's the classic, but Hollywood Studios has like the like
Is
Yeah,
that
there's
Rock and
good
Roller
stuff. There's
Coaster? Which
good-
one's
yeah.
Rock and Roller Coaster?
yeah, that one's Hollywood Studios. So it's hard. It's hard to.
Yeah.
But Magic Kingdom is
What's
like the
Everest?
classic.
You know the Everest ride?
Yeah. I
Where,
forget
like,
where.
it goes.
Is
up
that
and
Animal
then
Kingdom?
It comes back. I don't know which one it is.
I got to figure that
Or
out. But yeah, we haven't.
Tower of Terror.
We haven't. That's
Tower of Terror
Hollywood
doesn't
Studios.
exist anymore. I
No,
thought.
yeah, that turned into.
Yeah, it's something
yeah.
else now.
But yeah, I'm excited because have only been to Epcot. I wasn't drinking age yet, so we were like, why don't we just
Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, why don't we go drink around the world? So that's what we're doing. So it should be
Shit,
fun.
I'm so jealous.
You
You
should
know
go
that's
to-
all I wanted. You know that's all I want to do.
So you
I
can
know.
go. You can go to London there.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god, that's true. Oh my god, I'm gonna. Wow,
Have
I'm
a pint.
I'm really gonna eat up the London content on Friday. I'll make sure that it's posted.
Head to the pub and have a pint.
Yeah. Wow. No, I'm actually. You guys made me even more excited. I was really excited, and his parents are so excited too, which makes it even more exciting. Like we're just gonna be like fucked up in Epcot.
That sounds
It's gonna
amazing.
be a good time.
That sounds, honestly, that's been my dream for years now.
I
I've been
know.
saying that's all I want to do, and nobody
know.
will go with me. I try and get.
I'll go with
I
you.
try and get my
Didn't we
friends.
talk-
Like I
didn't
try
we-
and get people.
didn't
We
we
have
talk
talked.
about
We
doing
have
this?
talked about doing it
In the future, don't we?
when we all end up at Disney at the same time.
Yes.
Which
we might.
which hopefully happens next year.
Yes. So hopefully, but I'll let
Fingers
you guys,
crossed it'll happen for me eventually. I'm telling you, it's because my mom and my dad took a trip, like, and now I'm too many years have passed. I'm older than when they did it, but when they graduated college, like in the, I don't know what year specifically, but in the years after, they went to Epcot and did that with like their best couple friends.
Really?
And they just had so much fun. They talked about all the time. There's always these pictures and a photo album of them at all the different
Yeah.
places. And I'm like, I just want to do it. And
Wow, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a lot of pictures.
you have to document the whole
and
thing.
do like a whole thing on Chicks in the Office.
Yeah.
10 slides
When
in
I-
each country.
The last time I went to Disney World, I was like very young. My parents before the trip got us all like these little like notebooks, like Disney themed notebooks.
Yeah.
So every day I would like journal like
Yeah.
and recap my day, like what rides I went.
Do you
That's
still have
really-
it?
that's
Yeah,
really
it's in my like
cute.
Oh
childhood
my
bedroom.
god, can you find that?
That's really
I,
cute.
I would love to know what you wrote down.
I had an autograph book.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, the
From
autograph.
Universal.
Yeah,
And-
did the Disney autograph book.
I had the one in Universal, and freaking Angelica took it from me. There's pictures of Angelica. Like she was like mean because she was Angelica.
Yeah.
and she's like dangling it over
Yeah.
my head and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I went in 2000, so it like has the 2000. It was
Oh,
like
that's
very
cool.
cool for the new millennia,
Yeah.
and they had a bunch of signed things, and then in the back there's like two like very nice notes from my parents that they left in the back of it that I like at some point scribbled over because I think I was so mad that they like
They took a page.
that they like ruined my autograph book that I had all like the characters. Then it was
Wow.
just like my mom and dad. And I was like, ugh.
That's so fucked up.
I know. And it was like really nice, like messages
Yeah.
that they wrote about me in the back.
That's so
And it
fucked
just
up.
has scribbles all over it.
Wow. That's not nice. But
No, it wasn't
as a kid,
nice.
you don't realize that.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
then
mom,
look back
like you
and you're
took
fuck.
room. Like
Yeah.
I have princesses and like Chippendale and everybody signed this, and like I don't want my mom and dad in here.
Right. You're like, I should have been nicer as a kid.
Yeah.
That reminds me of two separate things. Sorry. I wish I could stop talking, but I knew that this was going to happen. One, really quickly, I saw a TikTok yesterday that made me PO'd.
Oh,
It was
PO'd.
Yeah. It was this girl crying that her parents got her a mini fridge in her room for her
Yeah.
birthday. And she was like crying because she was like, my parents know nothing about me. Why would I want a mini fridge? Like, I don't know. It was, she had all these other, I felt bad because she was like, my parents know I have stomach issues. I don't eat a lot. Like, why? Like, and then everyone was commenting like, you could put liquids in there, maybe skincare. Like, maybe they were trying to like help you out.
yeah.
Like, it was one of the more bizarre TikToks I've ever seen that I was getting so mad. I clicked not interested.
Yeah.
Like, which I don't think I've ever done on TikTok, which I'm sorry, because she was dealing with her own shit. And I was like, why are you on TikTok hysterical crying that your parents got you a mini fridge?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Sometimes people film really personal stuff on TikTok, and I'm just like, this doesn't need to be on TikTok.
Yeah, like,
not every moment, like, and I get it. People are so upset. Like, I saw one too of somebody who like putting their dog down, or another one's like a family member had died, and it's like all these videos of them crying. It's just like
really personal shit.
And I understand, like, if that's the way you want to go about grieving, like you want to post these videos and it helps you, okay, but like I can't imagine filming myself crying at all these different moments to then like take the time to edit together and be
a montage of you crying. Yeah,
just
like, oh, I'm crying. Oh, let me get a quick snapshot. Yeah, I never get those. I don't get the
that.
filming yourself crying videos. Second thing, back to autographs. There was a time where my cousin, he played hockey. He still plays hockey, but not, I don't know. He's in college now. But he played like a lot of travel hockey when we were growing up.
Okay.
And so my other cousin, his sister, we used to hang out all the time, obviously, like whatever. And one time they took us to his like hockey practice, and it was in the same facility that the Islanders practice in. And I must have been in like, I don't even know how old I was. I cannot remember, but all the Islanders were like coming in and out, and we were like, oh my God, we have to get their autographs. And so we took a literal page out of a notebook and made each Islander sign this one little piece of paper. Like, it was one piece of paper with all of their autographs. And
that's what you did.
I kept it on the back of my binder at school. And I'd be like, these are all the Islanders, sign this. And then I lost the fucking side thing. Like, it had everybody's autograph on it, which, looking back, then it was weird when I met like some of them later on at the Barstool office. I was like 10 years old, like begging you to autograph. Like, I didn't say this, but in my head I was like, I have this one sheet of paper that is like, I can't find it anymore. But
isn't it weird that autographs kind of just became like non-existent? I feel like
they kind of fell off
autographs anymore.
Yeah, I mean, everybody would rather have like take a selfie than have an autograph, which understandable.
Yeah, at that time, if I had a phone camera at that time, I would have just taken a picture with each one of them.
It's just like, it just feels like it's lost
its touch,
some value probably.
But like I hope you said and you read in my statement, there's something powerful about the written word.
There is. I did make sure I included that at the end. There is something very powerful. So yeah, even I don't know, sometimes an autograph is for something is very cool, like when an author autographs.
Speaking of autographs, we got
we have guests signing our Pink Whitney thing in here so
we are bringing back autographs.
Yep,
they will be memorable.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the topics. We're going to be talking about Don't Worry Darling, in which we all saw, and I am so excited to discuss it.
Don't listen if you haven't seen the movie, because we want to talk about the whole movie.
Yeah.
So.
And if you don't care about it getting spoiled, then do listen to it. We also are going to be talking about Lipa and Trevor Noah being seen together, and also Paris Fashion Week, as well as Bella Hadid's iconic dress moment. She really was Paris Fashion Week. Like, she took it over. So let's get into it, starting off with Don't Worry Darling.
Just because it's October, guys, does not mean it has to be the end of your summer chill. Coors Light helps you find moments to unwind. Maybe you have a big work presentation, you're super busy. You can follow it up with a happy hour, some friends, and a cold Coors Light. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. You got a ton of errands. You're running around. You're cleaning your apartment. You're transitioning the seasons. Take a moment between trips for a college football game and some me time. Whenever you need to hit reset, reach for a Coors Light. It's made to chill. From college football games to Halloween costume parties to chilling on the deck and watching the leaves fall, there's always a way to turn off and hit reset. For those moments when you need to soak in the season, reach for a Coors Light. It is made to chill. Sundays are my time to relax. That's my me time. Football's on. Reach into my fridge, crack open a nice Coors Light. It is the best. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly. This is coming from Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado.
Okay, so this is our official Don't Worry Darling movie review. We all saw the movie this past weekend.
We did.
And I am excited to discuss. So, Noah saw the movie first.
Yes, he did. And he said on this show to myself and to Kelly that he almost walked out of the theater.
Yes. And
well, I texted you guys that, and then you brought that up.
Yes, you texted us that you almost walked out of the theater.
Yes.
It just, quote, it just wasn't a good movie. This is all words of Noah. And so then I was like, I have to see this film immediately. I have to see this film. So I went, I saw it. I thought it was good. I thought it was very good.
As did I.
Not the best movie I've ever seen.
No.
Not the worst, but it was good. And so I texted you and Kelly because, number one, Olivia Wilde's character in the movie is Kelly Keegs in real life.
Yeah.
It is so spot on that it was freaking me out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Kelly Keegs. She looks exactly like her. And
Kelly and
like
I did go see the movie together, and Kelly laughed at every line that Olivia Wilde had in the movie. So like,
I was laughing, picturing it as Kelly Keegs. I was like, this is Kelly. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. But I texted you guys. I was like, I need you guys to see this movie because I know you both will love it. Mm-hmm. Like, I just know that you're going to appreciate this film. And so I thought it was really, like, I think that the people that are, this was my take on it afterwards. Because as I was watching it, I was like, I am finding no issues with this. Mm-hmm. I am enjoying this. I am not bored by this. I'm getting it. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to hate this right now, and I don't. And also, Harry Styles, perfectly fine actor. Yeah. Like, I don't think that, I think the movie was about Florence, and she was the star, and she was amazing. And so his character, yes, was important, but him as an actor was fine. Like, I don't think that
I thought it made more sense for him to kind of like not have this insane like star power acting moments, because it felt like it made more sense for Florence's character.
Yes. And I think that Shia LaBeouf wouldn't have made it, like, I don't think Shia LaBeouf would have made the movie better. I think that Shia LaBeouf would have tried to make it about him.
Yeah.
Like, we said that it would have become his movie because he would have gotten like so into the part.
Yeah.
And so after, I was like, wow, I thought that was really good. I think that if none of the drama was happening publicly, people would be raving about this movie, and they would be like, wow, what a film. I think that a lot of people, whether they want to admit it or not, or don't even realize subconsciously, are letting the public drama and opinions affect their opinion of the movie. And I think that there's a lot of things where people are like, oh my God, there's so many plot holes. People really just see a word and they run with it. Mm-hmm. There's not plot. It just requires a little critical thinking because it's a psychological thriller. Like, it's like a movie where you're supposed to be thinking afterwards and put the pieces together and be like, oh, that's why this happened. Right. Like, there's not supposed to be an answer to everything because that's the kind of movie it is, where it's like open to interpretation, not plot holes. Like, I'm sorry that your brain can't register what it needs to think about the answers to this movie. That's my take on it.
Noah.
Yeah.
I will say, look, there are moments where you're like, oh, I wish this was maybe explained further. But at the end of the day, to me, it felt like that movie was about Alice's journey. And it was about Alice's relationship with her husband or whatever, boy, whatever he really was. But like her journey and her coming out of it, and less like where they actually were. Because I saw a lot of complaints about, well, Victory like wasn't fully explained, and what happened at the end, like Chris Pine, like what happens to the whole place, like what
who
happens
cares?
It's like all these things. Like, I'm like, that's not really like the point of the movie. It doesn't, every little thing doesn't need to be explained. Like, you don't need to have an answer for everything. I do think people went in to this movie like really wanting to pick it apart, and that's exactly what people did. Like, it really got picked apart so much. There are so many, and there are times when you can watch like a fucking Christopher Nolan movie and you walk out and you're like, I don't understand a single thing that happened, and you watch back a million times and things get explained, but there are still things that go unexplained in those movies too, that you just have to deal with. And that's how I felt like this was. There was like some things that weren't totally explained. Florence was absolutely amazing. I thought the twist, like, I made sense. I was on the edge of my seat the whole last 45 minutes. Harry Styles was totally fine. I felt like he really did fit the role. Mm-hmm. I think it's just very hard to see past the rock star, which is hard for any musician who wants to become an actor, especially in something that's like more serious like this, where so many of, I think, the Harry Styles fans went to go see this movie too, and they're like, ugh, this isn't, they're just not used to seeing him like that. Like, there was 2 girls behind me, the movie ended, and they were like laughing, and they were like, Harry Styles sucked. And I was like, he really didn't.
He really didn't.
He really didn't. I just think seeing him in those moments incites like you're uncomfortable because you've never seen him like that, and then you like laugh. Like, people talking about like the car scene where he's freaking out and he's yelling, and they're like, oh my god, that was so bad. It's like, it wasn't that bad.
No, it really wasn't. It was if it was any other actor, people would be like, that was fine. But because it's Harry Styles, people are like, oh my god, he was so bad. I went with 3 other people. We all had the same thoughts. Like, everybody was like everyone was like, wait, you guys like that? Because I liked it. Like,
his role was actually smaller than I thought it would be. Like, it wasn't that.
Which is how it was supposed to be.
And I think
it's her.
Sometimes it felt like they were cutting around him.
The movie was about her.
No, I know.
But like, that was the story. That's why I think at the end of the day, when you go back to the drama and Olivia Wilde saying like, you know, I kind of had to make a decision of Florence Shia. Like, you pick Florence because it's her movie.
Right. It was so about her. She crushed it. And there are so many things that I keep seeing where people are like, and what about this? And what about this? And I'm like,
no, I know.
How are you not? Like, people are like, and what happened in the end with Chris Pine and Gemma Chan? Like, when she killed him and said, it's my turn. What does that mean? It means that she's going to fucking take over. Like, that's what I, like, just, it's as simple as that. She killed him and said, it's my turn. She's going to take over now.
Yeah.
Done. Like, it doesn't have to be as deep as,
and the
parts
movie
of it,
wasn't,
yes, but
like, the movie wasn't about victory. Like, it wasn't about, like, if the movie was about victory, it would have started off with Chris Pine explaining what he was doing, what he's starting, how it's happening, how it's ending, how, like, they operate. Like, that wasn't, to me, that wasn't the point of the story.
And I also think Florence Pugh didn't fully know what it was, so I think we were supposed to be in the same mindset as her, like, not really knowing exactly what was going on. Because then if we knew what was going on, then we wouldn't have been as captivated throughout the whole movie.
It would have been frustrating to watch her not know what's happening.
Exactly.
How did Olivia Wilde, I don't get how she chose to go in when the wives aren't supposed to know about it.
No, well, it's not that the wives aren't supposed to know about it. It's that...
But that is the whole, like, premise.
No, but it was more like she was probably a fault. Like, she probably came across the show and started listening to him and then wanted in, you know, like, that was,
I don't think it was a set rule that like women can't know. Like, I think it was just like, if you, like, some of them don't know.
I interpreted it as, you see Jack like listening to Chris Pine, you see him, he's on the computer, he's listening to the, like, it's like a podcast or a show, whatever the hell it is.
Classic.
And like, he's basically recruiting these people, and you could get, I mean, no offense to men, but I just feel like it's easier. Like, he was getting the down on themselves guys to jump into this thing, and Olivia Wilde was somebody who went through some trauma. Clearly, she's like, she must have lost her kids
died in real life,
and so she was lost. She finds this, and she's like, oh my god, this is exactly what I'm looking for, and she goes in so that she can have her kids.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I think there are questions that people are like, oh my God, how? And I'm like, just think a little bit. And also like, there are so many movies like this that just require you to put the pieces together yourself. But I think because it's Olivia Wilde, people want to be like, they want to try to take her down and be like, she's not a good director,
I really
blah, blah,
don't.
blah.
I just was like, the twist, nothing made me be like, oh, wow.
Really?
No,
like, I was taken aback by the twist.
Did you expect that twist? Like, do you anticipated that's what was happening?
Not really like that, but I wasn't like, oh my God, my mind is blown. It was just like, I
was like, oh shit.
Was it you or someone was like, if Jordan Peele directed this?
No, I didn't say that. Somebody messaged me that, and I agreed with it. And I said,
but he didn't.
But somebody said if this was a Jordan Peele movie, people would be raving about it.
If it was a Jordan Peele movie, it'd be a lot better.
But that's what you said. But that's not necessarily. You're just saying
that's not necessarily true. People hated Nope.
I'm just but I'm just saying because Olivia Wilde is attached to this movie, and because of the drama, that people are trying to take it down.
I mean, you say people hated it, but it still has like, I'm not saying Rotten Tomatoes.
Not everyone hated it. It's so
But it
split.
did
Some
well,
people
like-
really liked it and some people really didn't.
But look at Nope has an 82% score, but a 69% audience score. Like that's, when
that's still pretty good. Like
I know, but Don't Worry Darling is not like their audience score is not that bad.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying my personal view is I didn't
No, I
enjoy
know.
it.
I'm just
Audience scores is 75.
it's more
It's all the
like
Harry
the no, it's more just the reaction that people are giving to the movie when people are
Yeah.
like I have no problem when people are like,
even
oh, it
the
wasn't my
but
favorite
even
movie.
The critics, I just feel like the critics like it sounds silly, but I feel like they were more critical
Yes.
of this movie.
And then I saw a critic being like, imagine telling critics that have been doing this job for so many years that they're letting public opinion, as if public opinion has never been a thing before. It's like, it has, but never like this movie.
Yeah.
Like, this movie has public drama that I have never seen a movie have before.
Look,
And
you can
listen,
hate this movie.
right.
It's fine. I think it was a solid 7.8 out of 10.
And I agree with you. And I think it's more
7.8's high.
I think more so, if you don't like the movie, that's fine, whatever. It's more just the extreme views that people have on it. Like, Harry Styles was so fucking bad. The movie was so awful. They had no chemistry. Ken Jack. Like, I thought that Florence Pugh and Harry Styles had beautiful
I thought
chemistry.
they had
I thought
chemistry.
that they looked like a great couple.
Yeah.
And so
So did I.
I was confused by that take. Like, I just am confused by a lot of opinions that people
the
are
moment
having.
when she's trying to convince him to leave and he's like okay, yeah, we can go. We can, like, I thought they had some serious
I thought they had
chemistry.
I have chills thinking about him. Like,
We could
he's
lose
so much
this.
taller than her,
Yeah.
and he's like, like in the, oh my god. Well,
the one critical, like, not the one, but there was a couple things, but it's very hard to make that guy look ugly. Like, when they tried to, like, they gave him that long, like, hair and they kind of tried to make his skin look bad, like, and it was just like,
I mean, I didn't think he looked great.
no, but that's why I'm saying, like, I'm saying he didn't look good. I'm saying it was more like, he's just like such a naturally handsome person that making him look ugly was like uncomfortable.
Like, I think people were just uncomfortable with the way he looked.
Yes.
On a side note, Blonde was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
You stopped watching it,
I
right?
stopped watching after an hour because after 20 minutes, I knew I wasn't going to like it, but I was like, all right, I got to see this out. And then I was like, no, I need to shut this off because
I'm not gonna watch it.
No, it's awful. It's really bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's awful. I cannot express enough how bad I think that movie is.
Yeah.
There's in my opinion, no redeeming qualities.
It's also a weird thing to make, like, I don't know. I guess they've done it with real people before, but it's not making a movie about somebody like Marilyn Monroe or like just in this time, it feels like so many biopics are made and it's based on some fact. Like, this movie is based off like a fictional, not like story about her. It's like a fictional biography. So it's like a lot of this stuff is just like not like, it's just like not like stuff that actually happened.
What?
So people watch and it's like, oh my God, thinking it's a biopic, but it's not.
What
No.
happened?
No. He's just
No.
like taking liberties. Like,
He took a lot of liberties.
Okay,
It's like-
well,
it's like,
they made her seem
Once
like
Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's just like, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the
Yes.
characters are real.
right.
Yes.
Biographical
Fiction novel.
Well, they made her seem like the saddest human being alive.
Yeah.
Every part of the movie
Was she good? I heard that she like, just objectively as her performance was good.
She was fine, but
I mean,
I think the script was so bad
Yeah.
that
I don't buy her as Marilyn
No,
Monroe. that could be harsh, but I don't buy it.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I was having trouble with that too. I was like, she looks nothing like Marilyn Monroe. Like, not at all.
Yeah,
in
just
my
doesn't
personal
yeah.
opinion,
I
was
just
not
don't buy
buying her as Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
And so I thought she was fine. She is not what I'm calling awful. The script, the movie itself was so bad and made Marilyn Monroe seem like, and yes, I know Marilyn Monroe did struggle a lot.
Yeah.
Clearly. There was not one redeeming thing about the movie. Like, everything was awful. Like, everything was sad. Every part of her life was sad. Nothing was good. And so the movie was just like, this is really
Kelly
dark.
Sent us a tweet where there was like a clip from the movie where she's like speaking to a dead child or unborn child, like something really like where I watched the one, like I watched the clip. I haven't watched the movie. I watched the clip and I was like, is this actually in this movie?
I didn't get to that part. So I think so, yes. But friend, I want you to just turn on 20 minutes of the movie just so you can see.
I'm having a problem with my Netflix.
Yeah, you are having a problem with your Netflix. Somebody.
No, I know. I am curious, but I also just have been hearing such terrible things. I'm like, why would I even waste my time? Because I feel like I would just agree with what you're saying.
It's almost just so bad you have to see it for yourself.
It's also these movies, man. I can't. 2 hours and 46 minutes.
It's 3 hours long. Like,
really? Really?
That's why I also was like, I'm only an hour in, and this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't think I could do 2 more.
Yeah. Don't worry, darling. Good length.
Yes. We need to start bringing back good length films.
2 hours.
Anything more than 2 hours is a problem to me.
2 hours or less. Solid.
Come on. Let's get to the point. Somebody messaged me and was like, after I watched Blonde, I had really weird, sad, fucked up dreams. Same thing happened to me. I had a dream that I suffocated my mom with hair ties. Or I tried to. I told my mom, though, don't worry. This isn't the first time I'm just saying this. My mom will be taken back.
Yeah.
I had a dream that
yeah, that the same dream always infiltrates your mind a lot.
In the same dream, I was really frustrated, and I tried suffocating my mom with hair ties, and then Brody Jenner told me I looked like my Aunt Debbie.
Naturally.
Obviously.
Yes. So take that what you will. Blonde was an awful movie.
Yeah. We will. That's not one you'll be revisiting. Don't worry, darling. I would absolutely watch again.
Yes, I actually wanted to go back to the theater and see it again.
You should go see Barbarian, though, with Justin Long. Like, that might be my favorite movie of the year.
I am going to maybe watch it just so I could see your take on Barbarian versus Don't Worry, Darling.
I just don't like, I enjoy scary movies. I don't like really to go to the movie theater to see them. I also don't have any, like,
it's not like
I go to the movies. Like, I go to the movies with Joe. Joe does not do scary movies. Like, I joked with Kelly that there were so many previews for scary movies for Don't Worry, Darling that if I went to go see Don't Worry, Darling with him, he would have left before the movie even started.
Really?
Because there were like some actual scary previews that I was like, he would have gotten up and left. He does not do scary movies. So
how does that work?
So like, Barbarian, like I was like, I'm not gonna go see it alone. Like I'm not gonna go see a scary movie alone. That would freak me out. So that's when I'll watch it on my couch.
So would he never go to like a haunted house or that type of thing?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do.
Let's just say that you guys are like, you hear like a creaking down the hallway. Is he like?
No. It's just movies. Like he doesn't like scare like that. It's more like, why would you put yourself through being scared if you don't have to?
I feel that. I understand that.
Yes.
I actually think a lot of guys are like that. More than they'll lead on.
Yeah.
I almost jumped out of my seat when I saw that Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie film.
What?
The preview.
Oh, yes. Is that Amsterdam or the other one?
No, it's called Babylon.
Oh, Babylon. But is Margot Robbie also in Amsterdam?
It might be the hardest working actress.
She was in every preview
right now because she was
in like 3 out of like the 6 previews.
Yeah, I was like,
played.
She is working hard.
I know.
What's funny? People keep tagging me in pictures of Margot Robbie from Babylon, being like, "This looks like you." She's like a drug addict. Like the one movie where Margot Robbie is like,
that was one of the
strung
movies,
out.
That was one of the movies where like it was a chaotic trailer, and I turned to Kelly and was like, I'm done with these chaotic trailers. I did not understand what that movie is about from that trailer.
But I'd rather trailers be like that.
No, I want to know.
No,
give
because
me
they
more
give
of a
away
sense
too much
of
these days.
No, but I want to know what the movie is about. At least give me a genre. Like, is this funny? Is it dramatic? Like, is it like
It's really underrated to go into a movie completely blind, not even having seen a trailer, not even knowing the plot, and then you just experience the movie. Because now it's like you go in and you're like, oh, I remember this part from the trailer. Like, I know what's going to happen here.
No, but I think you need to know a little bit.
No, like, it's fun to, especially with scary movies, like, it's fun to not know, I feel like.
I disagree.
Well, we
I like to
have
watch
different movie
previews.
opinions.
That's
than
what
Noah.
Justin Long said in the interview with you guys, where he said,
Well, his
gave
they
nothing
didn't
away.
give anything
And then
away.
when I saw it, I was like, wow, like, yeah, I didn't expect any of this.
Yeah. But like, I felt like the Don't Worry Darling preview did not give anything away.
I had no idea what that movie was about.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah,
And I was like, I'm so
did
gonna
the
see
weird,
it.
like, the marketing for that movie. They would put out like 3-minute clips. Like, they put out the dinner clip. I saw that before I even saw the movie.
Yeah.
But
Well, sometimes you also have to generate interest in a film.
yeah,
Not a lot of people just go see a movie blind. Like, it's just like no marketing for a movie being done. The box office isn't going to reflect.
well, with Harry Styles, maybe.
No, but I'm just saying in general, like, previews are necessary to get people to go to the
I
movies.
agree. I'm a big trailer guy. I love trailers.
All right, that wraps up movie talk.
Yeah, that's movie talk.
That's movie talk. The Trail Runner shoe from Allbirds is the first ever running shoe designed for the trails that is sustainably made and designed for durability, comfort, and performance. They're durable, water repellent. They have this breathable upper part of the shoe, durable ripstop protection, a rugged outsole that grips trail, and a collar that blocks debris. So they are specifically designed for trail running. The Trail Runner SWT also makes a great hiking shoe. They have great colors. I think like fall time is so fun for these hikes, especially if you're in like the New York area. You can go up the Hudson River, see all these fun things. I did it last year with my group of friends, and I wish I had this shoe at that time because we went on a ridiculous hike, and I could have used the Trail Runner SWT at that time. I think they're a great sneaker for, all those outdoorsy folks out there. So you can hit the trails in the Allbirds Trail Runner SWT. Find your pair at allbirds.com. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
Dua Lipa and Trevor Noah were seen out on a date together.
Miss Lily's. Good place.
Cool.
Yeah, East Village. I sent this to you guys. It's just like, what is Trevor Noah selling that these girls are buying?
Because I'm not buying it.
Minka Kelly.
Yeah,
Dua Lipa.
Here's the thing.
He must be very charming.
Oh wait, they're at Miss. Oh, I know that place. I've been there.
Here's the thing. I personally do not find Trevor Noah to be funny at all.
Yeah. You're not in the minority there, I don't think.
But does that mean that Trevor Noah isn't a nice, charming, funny guy in real life? No, I don't know him. So when I commented that on Chicks in the Office, because I wrote, Trevor Noah is so unfunny it hurts.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what, Rhea, you don't know him. Trevor Noah is so unfunny on his show that it hurts. Like, that's what I meant by that. I don't know Trevor Noah, so maybe, clearly...
Which he's no longer doing now. He's out of The Daily Show. Which I think, but I also think this Daily Show is just being canceled altogether, so...
You know what? Fine. Because I would see previews for his show, and I'd be like, this is what we're doing on TV.
Which is, and a lot of times that reflects the host, but it's also like... So much goes into those shows, the writing team, everybody. And like sometimes just the jokes that were either written for him or he wrote himself were just not
funny at all.
Totally fine.
Not funny at all. So, of course,
and now he wants to focus on stand-up.
Right. And then you're like,
which honestly, like, you definitely, I agree with you on that, but I am intrigued because stand-up is a very different kind of humor than late night television.
Right. So could Trevor Noah be this really funny guy? Possibly. I just haven't seen that yet from him. So maybe
he's hosted some award shows where there's been some
it's so
cringe jokes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never seen anything from Trevor Noah that I like.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that he is not charming and funny in real life. Like I said, so
Dua Lipa, though.
Fine.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, Dua Lipa.
I mean, Dua Lipa is
Dua Lipa and Minka Kelly. Like,
that's a good lineup.
He's building up his resume.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good lineup.
And so there was a lot of back and forth all weekend of like, are they dating? Was it just a date? It was said like, oh, they're friends and they were hanging out. But
isn't there a video of them
I do
kissing?
think no, it's not really. They're not. They were allegedly seen to be inside, like very cuddly, but there's a picture of them on the street, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're kissing." But I don't really think they're kissing in the picture. Like, they're hugging and their faces are close together, but I don't think they're like actually kissing. But
Either way,
that's a date.
clearly a date.
Yeah, you're on a date, whatever.
You're on a date.
I
Doesn't
also
mean they're
think-
boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
but
Also, I think like
but they
you
went
could
on
just
a
be
date.
dating.
How do you
like,
think they
Yeah.
met up? Do you think one of them had to reach out to the other one?
Right, but aren't they both?
they could have some
She's not-
mutual
she's not
friends.
British.
Yes, she is.
She's British.
She's
Yeah.
she's
She
British.
is British.
But
She's-
Trevor Noah's
She's
South African.
South African.
But they could. I wouldn't be surprised if
Hey,
they have
Trevor,
some
I'm in the
mutual
city.
some mutual friends.
Yeah, I actually don't think
I
it's
feel
an
like Trevor
unlikely
Noah-
pairing. Like
Yeah,
as unlikely as people are making it seem. Like I kind of
Trevor Noah knows a lot of people.
yeah.
I
I,
feel like.
I would figure they would just like they have mutual friends. It didn't
I don't
make
know who
my
his
mind
friends
go,
are.
whoa, how did they get in touch?
Yeah.
It did. It's just like, I don't know.
I mean,
Trevor Noah seems like a connected guy.
yeah, Dua Lipa dated Anwar Hadid for a long time. So
That seems way more like in my mind that makes sense. Like brother of models that she's friendly with, and like he's like this cool like tattooed up guy. Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
think sometimes I just maybe this is I don't know, a wrong take by me, but people in Hollywood getting together never really shocks me that much just because
yeah,
everybody knows everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
there's a connection.
doesn't shock me. I think it is an interesting pairing.
it is because I will say nothing. It's not shocking as much as it just felt unlikely, an unlikely pairing. I would not have if you had told me, oh my God, Dua Lipa's single. Who's the next guy she's gonna go on a date with? Trevor Noah would not have been on the list.
No, yeah, you're right.
I
You're
you
right
know I
about
would
that.
not have put him on the list
Like-
of people. I would say, but apparently Page 6 says she is smitten on Trevor Noah date in early
Maybe
stages of
Trevor
getting
Noah
acquainted.
is extremely charming in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I'd
sure he
love
is, like-
to see his stand-up set.
Speaking of comedy,
Definitely a date.
Fran, did you watch SNL? Because I know you're a big SNL.
I have not watched, but I have
have a lot of
actually
new cast
heard that
members.
there were some funny sketches,
Miles Teller.
and Miles Teller was the
I thought
host.
Channing Tatum was backstage for some. Was he
Yeah,
in
there. I
SNL?
guess maybe they brought him out for something.
Sean White, Nina Dobrev. were
Yeah,
there.
I have not watched, no, but I plan on it because I always like to see who the new people are. Then my friend sent me.
Kendrick Lamar.
They did a Be Real sketch that was kind of made me laugh. I watched that one. I didn't watch any of the rest of it though.
I'm
But-
happy for you.
So, I don't know. This just
Let me tell you, stand-up must be incredibly hard.
yes, correct.
Like you think you could do it,
I don't think I could do it.
but
No,
you don't know until you get up there.
no, yeah.
I was thinking about doing a couple minutes at our next show. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just wanted to see a reaction.
Spotlight. You should. That'd be hilarious. Like
Just like,
people would be so confused. Like, wait,
but
what?
not even like tell anybody I'm
No,
doing
you
it.
just come
like,
out.
I
Like,
just
you're
start.
opening.
Yeah.
You open
Yeah,
for your own show.
I open with a stand-up act.
You just do a whole bit for like.
I would love to try out a bit at our next show.
You could try.
God,
you
that
could
would
try
be
it a
so like. Oh God, everyone would be crawling out of their
bit.
seats.
It's just it would ruin the whole show if nobody laughed.
it would.
But people would
People would
laugh.
You're
laugh.
setting the bar low.
Here's my
People would
thing.
laugh.
I would want to do.
Here, you're also
I'd
setting
wanna do
yourself up.
jokes.
You're setting yourself up in a good way because it is a Chicks in the Office live show. People are there for you. They listen to our show. They think you're funny.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
it's not like you're going
They
to.
would be laughing at me like,
it's not
oh,
like
this
you're
classic
going.
Maria is so unfunny.
Yeah, it's not like you're
Yeah.
going to the stand.
My God, she sucks.
Like even if your jokes were really bad, people would still laugh.
Right.
If you were going to like the stand and you were like, oh, I'm gonna try out 5 minutes of a little bit up on stage at a comedy club of
Yeah.
strangers,
Wouldn't-
that's
Do you think
a
you could
different vibe.
handle bombing? Like you're 10 minutes in and like no one's laughing at
No.
you? I feel like you would just like walk off the
No,
stage.
I wouldn't. I would not handle bombing well.
No.
I would want to try like offhand jokes though, and I think like maybe our listeners wouldn't be down with that.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Like so that's where it's like
Chiropractor
I could
hits.
get up there and make them laugh and go with the hits. Oh, Justin Bieber DM me.
Now you're
Or-
trying to be. Now you're ready. You're ready to like tell offhand jokes.
Wait, did you listen to
I'm just trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
you said you listened to Kelly when Kelly was on the show?
Yeah.
Did you hear my chiropractor joke?
No, I didn't
said,
listen to the
"Loosen
whole
up,
thing.
guys.
Oh no, actually I did hear that. Yeah, I did. And then Fran went
I didn't laugh.
Fran went, Like she just
I
made
really
like a noise.
just tried to move
Kelly,
past.
Kelly was eating it up.
Kelly was being nice because
Kelly,
I also really appreciate
Kelly doesn't
Kelly.
hear your jokes as often as we do, so I was like, oh.
I really appreciate Kelly. I've said this before. No matter what, if we are in a group text, no matter what you send, she'll respond like it's the funniest thing ever, and it just makes you feel good.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Most other people just including myself,
everybody
ignore.
needs a friend like that.
Yeah, no, Kelly like ha 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 capital letters LMFAO like she goes in and you're like, I know you're not laughing at all. I've seen you do this. But yeah, Trevor Noah and Dua Lipa. Rhea and offhand jokes.
Yeah.
We're finally scraping the heat off, entering fall season. It's quite chilly today, actually, which we are enjoying. We love a fresh fall feeling, and that's why we need a fresh ball feeling. You guys get it? We're headed into Manscaped. Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0 has everything the man in your life needs to freshen up for fall. Whether you're gifting it to your man or you're using it on your bikini line, let's keep it tame down there with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. The Platinum Package 4.0 also includes everything you know and love about the Performance Package, plus shower goodies. The Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer, gotta keep those things in check. Ultra premium body wash, a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, deodorant, and also boxers and the travel bag. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code CHICKS. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use code CHICKS. So this past week was Paris Fashion Week. That's actually where I was. I wasn't sick. I was in Paris. I was in Paris. And Bella Hadid stole the week, I think, with her spray-on dress that was angelic and mesmerizing and iconic. And I think Bella Hadid was Paris Fashion Week. Like, she was in every fucking show. How did she make it to all the shows? She was in every show. She is the supermodel of our time.
Yeah.
I think Bella Hadid is the supermodel of our time.
It does feel like she has surpassed Gigi.
Yes.
Like
Because Gigi, I think, stepped back a little bit. She had a kid.
Yeah.
Where Bella went like full-blown work. Like, I'm getting sober and I'm fucking working my ass off.
She is in, it does feel like she is in everything. But no, she did like, and I hope I'm probably like saying the designer's name wrong, but Caperni?
Yeah, I don't know either. That's why I didn't say it.
Well, I mean, they deserve the credit. It's
They do.
their idea.
Although people are saying that Alexander McQueen did it in 1999 or 2000 or at some point. And so
let me tell you something. We live in a day and age where something original in fashion like is very hard to come by.
Right. And also like so they can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a lot of comments be like, oh, this has been done before. It's like, well,
it's been done
we haven't seen it.
Well, fashion shows are done every year.
Yeah.
The same way. People
I was
walking in clothes.
2 years old when that happened. So I didn't see that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy I saw this one.
But very cool. She comes out full spray paint. It was fascinating to watch.
It was. She looked
just technology wise too. It was like, how did that turn into like it hardened? Like,
to a dress.
Became an actual.
She looks so angelic.
Yeah.
She is divine.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
She is the moment.
She is. She's in every show.
Yeah. She was in doing absolutely everything, but there's a lot of Paris Fashion Week was big, a lot of Kanye stuff, a lot of like I feel like he walked in the Balenciaga show, which was a big deal. You know who also is everywhere? Amelia Gray. She's in like every show too. Good for her.
I think Kanye got her in.
So that relationship.
They have a friendship.
I know. Well, I saw, she commented on one of his posts or something of his, I don't know, something about Kanye, where she put like BFFFF4L, which is like, to me, that's best friends for life, which is like, what?
With an alien emoji. And she was included in he wrote Yeezy Season 9.
Yeah.
And there were pictures of all supermodels and like iconic supermodels, and she was in there.
Yeah.
In which she's crushing it. She's in all the shows. And she commented, but then she wrote like on her own Instagram, like, thank you to everyone who believed in me. You know who you are, with an alien face. And I was like, is this the Kanye? Like, did Kanye help her get into all these shows? Like, does he see the vision? And he's like, hey, designers, you got to throw Amelia in there.
In on Amelia being the next top model.
I don't know. But I did laugh at people being like, Lisa Rinna wanted her kids to be the Hadids so bad. Like, it's just funny. Like,
they followed the pipeline,
right? Like
straight to runway models.
Yeah. But she's crushing it.
You know who else is everywhere with Kanye? Bradley Cooper's ex-wife,
Arena Shaikh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, he was on that too. That she was on that sheet, on that sheet as well. It was an interesting group of people on that sheet. But no, he'll have his big show. But Chloe and Kylie and like they've all been there. North's been crushing it. The kids' outfits have been insane.
I saw North posing for some paparazzi shots.
North is gonna take all of us down. Just
when she gets older, we're
like,
done. All of our jobs are finished.
We're just all of us. We're all done. But no, it definitely seems like a big week. There's been some great outfits, some funny outfits. Like Kylie's the white dress that she wore was like kind of cream color, and she was posing like this. It just kind of looked like a bed sheet.
That looked very cool.
Very, very cool. But it did just kind of make me think of like me when I try to put my comforter in my duvet. I'm just like inside my duvet cover.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I did not know that there's a easier way to do that. Putting your comforter into your duvet. There's you can roll it. You can you cover it up and then you roll it and then you can flip it. It's on YouTube. I just found out that there was a hack for that.
It's an impossible task.
Well, let me tell you, Google the hack. It's like a 2-minute YouTube video that comes up. Saved me a lot of time from crawling into my duvet cover.
Really?
Every time I wash it. Yeah, it's a great thing. Did you also see the Yolanda Hadid made a TikTok of her, with eating the almonds?
I saw something about it, but I didn't watch it.
It was like she was a big bowl of almonds, and she's in all different settings, and she's just taking little bites of them in all different places, and she made the caption, oh, worst mom. It's laughing about her time, and I think because that kind of was being discussed again. But no, it's been a big moment, a lot of great shows, but I also feel like it's been a lot of Kardashian content. I feel like I've seen a lot of Chloe and Kylie.
It always is, though. You know what I mean?
Kim.
I'm not shocked by that.
No, I'm not shocked either. A lot of Kanye too,
and Kylie. I saw a lot of Kylie.
A lot of Kylie,
and not a lot of Kendall. Don't even know if Kendall was there. She was in the shows.
She has to be walking in some of them.
She was in the show. I saw some of her in the shows, yes.
I would have to, yeah. Just feel like sometimes what you really see is just what's posted on Instagram the most. And Kylie's definitely been posting a lot.
Yes.
So I've been seeing that. But no, that moment from Bella Hadid was by far one of the craziest things I've seen at a fashion show in a while, except I guess if you watched the show in 1999.
Yeah. And also, I forgot what brand did the falling. Did you see that? Where all the models fell when they walked out?
No.
Yeah, it was the fall collection.
Oh wait, that was on purpose.
Yeah,
I saw one girl fall down, and I thought it was so embarrassing.
There was one show where
but it looked so
each model
real.
fell right when they walked out, and then they had all the pictures of them falling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know how I felt about that, to be honest.
I mean, out of context, it's like.
Yeah, I don't know, but Bella Hadid, she crushed it. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Thank you once again for those 100,000 subscribers. We are so happy, so thrilled. We love you all, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.